doing today?
What's up?
Luigi is back. Today we're going to be watching... Oh, man. I may fall asleep. I'm kidding. We're going to be watching Godzilla.
1998.
1998. So it's old as me. I'm turning 20 this year, so it's going to be as old as me. There's so much controversy about this film. And I'm sure, Luigi, would you like to go like a quick preface before we even start the movie? The movie's ready to go.
Yeah.
But is there
about why it's controversial?
Is there anything you want to say before we get started? Or?
Basically, I used to like this film.
Sucks.
I'll tell you right now, it does suck. I used to like this film when I was little.
Oh, man.
And this is before I got into Godzilla, before I got to the actual character of Godzilla. I'm no longer a fan of Godzilla anymore, although I do love the original 1954 classic. That makes sense.
You don't like him because of this movie. Go ahead.
But yeah, I used to like Godzilla in 98, but once I got into the films from Japan, the original films that Japan had produced from Toho Company,
right?
From Toho Company Limited, I just turned my back on that film because it's not just. And as the years went on, I mean, I would say I hate it because it has nothing to do with Godzilla and he doesn't look like Godzilla, but that's already a given. But there's just so many, in my opinion, from my personal point of view, there are so many reasons as to why this film is shit. It's not just the fact that, Godzilla looks different and contrasts very drastically and differently from the original films that Japan has produced. So that's basically about it. And that will explain more
as time goes on.
As the movie goes on.
I've never seen this piece of shit, but let's see how it goes.
Alright, now, guys, if you want to watch this movie with your own, if you want to play this commentary with your own copy of the film, I suggest placing the timestamp at 0 and pressing play now. Wait.
Press play. There you go.
Yeah, just press play.
Okay. I thought you pressed fast forward. I was like,
yeah, I know, that's what I just thought.
Like, we're fast forwarding through Godzilla? Alright.
Yeah. That way the film would fucking end.
Oh no! Don't, I would say I like TriStar, like the Sony, Pegasus, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a production company.
It just looks cool.
Yeah. Now, do you recognize this logo?
Oh my God! That's not Metropolis, is it?
Yep. Centropolis. That's Roland Emmerich's company.
I never even knew that.
Yeah. The company also produced Day After Tomorrow and also 2012.
Oh God.
And White House Down.
I already don't like it.
Yeah.
I've never even seen it. It's like
I mean, many people despise this film, and I mean, this is sort of okay. The first 5 minutes, at least. The first 5 minutes of this film is at least okay. And they had something like that in Godzilla 2014. Actually, the beginning was very much like this, but definitely the beginning of the 2014 version of Godzilla was way better than this one.
Yeah.
I mean, this is okay, at least, but...
Matthew Broderick, really?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick's in the film.
Oh, my God.
Jean Reno's in it, too. It has, like, the weirdest cast decisions ever in the film.
So Ferris Bueller.
Maria Botello. Yeah, I told you about her. And I'll get to her later. Hank Azaria. You know who he voices as?
No.
The Simpsons. Various characters in The Simpsons.
So Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, Jean Reno.
Kevin Dunn. Who's Kevin Dunn?
He's the actor who plays, I know he played in Transformers. He plays as Sam Witwicky's dad.
What?
Yes, that's him. He plays in this one.
This casting is weird.
It's weird, yeah. Harry Shearer, also from The Simpsons. He voices Ken Brockman.
Vicki Lewis and...
Arabella Field. Arabella Field. She is so fucking annoying in this film. I'll be honest with you. You'll see what I mean.
It hasn't even been a minute. We're already hating on it, and it's already been a minute.
Hold on. Now, there's another cast member. Listen, there's another cast member from The Simpsons that's actually in this film.
Oh.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, man.
When we get to one part in the film. Now, the Godzilla design. Now, we saw the character, Patrick Tatopoulos. The character in the film... One second. Matthew Broderick's character is... Patrick Tatopoulos is a designer for Godzilla. The name of Matthew Broderick's character is Nick Tatopoulos, as a nod to the designer. Now, all this footage right here, that you see right here, this is real footage of the atomic bombs going off in the 50s, but these are all like American nuclear tests. But, yeah, in the footage we saw that plane flying over, that one nuclear test, it had American markings, but The visual effects, and that's real too. That underwater nuclear explosion, that's also real.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the first underwater nuclear explosion, actually, and the second nuclear bomb tested during the tested in peacetime, actually, because the other two were during World War II.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not to mention, as the film progresses, I have to explain to you.
I just fucking can't.
Okay, that was a fake laugh.
No, I know, but
Did you see any of the other Godzilla films?
No, this is my first one ever.
Your first ever Godzilla film. This is not even a Godzilla film. It's only associated to the series by name. That's it.
Then why are we watching it?
Good reaction.
South Pacific Ocean. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Oh, sumo wrestling. Oh. Fuck you, Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
That's what I have to say.
Roland Emmerich, he does a shady job for most of these films, and they're like...
Matthew Broderick is in Slaying Us with Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I know.
I can't.
It makes you ask the question, it makes you wonder this question, or ask this... Excuse me. It makes you ask yourself this question. How do we go from a troublemaking fourth-breaking character in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the white savior colonel from Glory, to the king of the Pride Lands from The Lion King, to his role...
Godzilla.
To his role in Godzilla. And his role is just wait, alright? He comes on in like another minute or less. While all this is going on, it just cuts off, actually. It actually cuts off from the action. It cuts off, like... We see shit's happening, and we assume Godzilla's attacking the vessel, the Japanese vessel.
I'm gonna say this right now, this already sucks.
I mean, everybody despises this film, but the first 5 minutes, it's okay, like I said before.
This is not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I mean, this is my first time seeing it.
Right here.
Eat me, I'm Godzilla.
Wait. Okay, right when we see Godzilla's tail, at one point, it cuts off. Wait. It cuts off to Matthew Broderick, and just listen. Listen. The first moments of his embarrassingly bad acting.
Bad
Right here.
acting, yeah.
Listen.
What the hell am I watching? Matthew Broderick singing in the rain?
Yes! I swear to God, he is so fucking bad. He sings so flatly in this film. It is so flat.
Right, but like... Matthew Broderick's a very talented man, but like...
He is.
This just does not look like him. How did he get...
No. How do you get into the role? I'll tell you right now. I looked into the trivias on IMDb or something like that.
Why?
Why? Just to find out.
Okay, go ahead.
The script was written directly for his character. Written directly for him. Don't ask me why or how. It was written directly for him.
Ew.
That's basically the job that he's working as a biological studier for like nuclear fallout.
Right.
And he's in Chernobyl trying to find out the effects of radiation on earthworms. Now this helicopter right here, the helicopter's not even Russian or even Ukrainian.
It's Japanese.
No, it's American.
It's
the Piasecki H-21, which entered service in the U.S. Armed Forces by the 50s and retired by 1967 during like the first years in Vietnam. So the helicopter's not even Russian, it's American. It just has like Russian, or in this case, Ukrainian markings. Listen. It's a running gag that is so half-assed. It's a half-assed attempt at comedy. That the running gag of pretty much anyone like mispronouncing Totopoulos' last name. Tell me right now. Say the word Totopoulos.
What?
Just say the word Tatopolis. It's not that hard, you know? Tatopolis. It's not that hard, you know? And it's a running gag that just doesn't work. So this is where we see Jean Reno. Now, man, I mean, if I have to be honest with you, I think Jean Reno's like okay in the film. To be honest with you.
Well, that's coming from someone who's seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoned. I'm not, I'm kidding. I'm just very tired.
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting bored from Godzilla.
Watching this. Now, this scene here doesn't make any sense. We get the scene. It's the same guy, one of the same passengers or crew members from that Japanese fishing vessel, right? You can tell he's actually catatonic. Right here, you can tell he's kind of catatonic from it all. What he's trying to speak to him in Japanese. This one Frenchman. It doesn't work, but listen. Look at this, look. It makes no sense.
Okay, we have to stop.
He speaks to him in English. And what he replies is Gojira, which is Godzilla from Japanese in English. It makes no sense. How are you going to get somebody's attention who's severely catatonic? Oh, a liar's going to catch my attention, you know?
Gojira has risen.
Not to mention, why speak to him? Why speak to someone who has a foreign language, who speaks only in a foreign language entirely?
Okay.
The question in English. What did you see? In plain English.
Can I file a complaint right now?
Go ahead.
We've just been in 3 different parts of the world within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, we're in Panama now. We're just in Ukraine. And
No, they're just in Ukraine. They're in Panama. Now they're in Panama. Before they were in Haiti or something like that.
Japan or... Oh my god.
Yeah, the second time, we were just talking over anyway. The second time we get the second pronunciation error in a half-assed attempt at comedy. I just don't get it though. They over-exaggerate his last name just so they can generate some laughs, which is just so stupid.
This is my reaction to the camera. This is gonna be one fucked up commentary, man.
It's gonna be.
Because, like, how long is the movie? 2 hours and what?
2 hours and 20 minutes.
I hate you.
I knew you would say that.
I have to sit through Matthew Broderick doing bad acting, even though he's a great actor.
I know, he's a great actor. It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
How do we go from his famous, iconic roles to something like this?
He's like some hot
He
shot.
plays as a socially weird scientist. A trope
Right
that is...
sample.
Yeah, well look, he doesn't even know it yet. What's that? I can't see it. You're literally standing in it. You're standing in a fucking footprint.
You dumbass.
Now, you know what that footprint looks like? A stereotyped chicken footprint. Like something you would see from like Burger King or something. It's something I remember or thought about.
The amount of memes that are going to come through this are going to be... This commentary is going to be meme central in a little while.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah, who's that?
That's Vicki Lewis. We saw in the credits.
Yeah. Vicki Lewis.
Look, this just makes no sense. And then here's this one piece of comedy, that piece of comic relief that comes through. Just wait.
Oh my god, is that General who I think it is?
Seriously, who thought that would be funny?
I'm not laughing.
Exactly.
Some are cold, I'm not laughing.
Yeah, even I'm smiling right now, smiling about how we're reacting to this film, and even if we are laughing at this film, it's because of how fucking shit this film is. That's just my opinion.
I want to go to my room.
Now, look at the tracks, and look at the footprints.
That's literally a chicken. That's not even big. That's like Bigfoot meets Godzilla. I'm Bigfoot. I'm gonna go walking.
Now, with the use of aircraft by the U.S. Army, I'm going to get to a little later when we actually get to Godzilla, when he goes into New York City, and this is where everything takes place. Now,
do we get to blow stuff up yet?
one. Now this one, that's Maria Patel, and I told you about it before.
She's the
Supporting character. She's a girlfriend, the former estranged girlfriend of Nick Totopoulos. Now listen to the dialogue in this. It's so bad. Just listen.
She's awesome.
It doesn't sound like you're watching anything from a Godzilla film.
What is this?
It's like something from like a 90s show set in the city. That woman right there. Did you see her?
Yeah.
That's actually Nancy Cartwright, who voiced Bart Simpson. She had a small role in that film. In this film.
This movie fucking sucks.
It does suck, yeah. Yeah, but this woman, you can clearly tell she cannot act her way out of her paper bag. And listen to what this character says. Just listen. Wow. I hate this fucking part of the line, I swear to God. It's like making you think, is this guy really perverted, you know? Oh no, because this film is supposed to be directed by Roland Emmerich, he wants to add as much dumb comedy in any film as he can. That's not even considered a comedy.
Roland Emmerich.
He sucks at directing. He's literally like, I think he's actually slightly worse than Michael Bay, to be honest.
Like Pain and Gain and The Rock are pretty good.
I thought The Rock and 13 Hours were pretty good.
13 Hours are pretty good. Transformers
Now listen.
1.
The musical score, too. What also catches your attention is the musical score. It's so bad. But yeah, the blonde-haired woman. Maria Patel, that blonde-haired woman, like I said before. What do you think of it right now?
I feel like I'm high, but I'm not.
And yeah, the third time someone mispronounces Totopoulos' last name. The dialogue is just atrocious throughout, is it?
Yeah.
I'm serious. I've never seen any other... I've seen a lot of bad films, but I don't think I've ever seen a film that has this much atrocious dialogue in it.
She's hitting on him, and he just doesn't care to acknowledge he is a girlfriend. Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to stereotypical.
Yeah, to
Like
stereotypical...
bad 1990s movies.
Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna get a good laugh out of this because of our reactions.
I haven't moved. I've been like making fun of it. You know the movie's bad when you can make fun of it.
Yeah.
What is Roland Emmerich trying to prove right here? That a ship... Oh! My ship got clawed! What is he trying to prove?
Nothing. He's trying to prove nothing. And you know something? Roland Emmerich, despite taking on the direction for this film, he wasn't even a fan of the original films.
What a dick.
I know. The only reason why he took part in producing this film is so he could do whatever the hell he wanted to do. That's just literally the only reason why. Even if... I think I heard something about the director of it. I believe the original director... For the remake of it. I heard that the director wasn't really a fan of the original miniseries that came out in 1990. I heard.
What actor's the general? He looks so familiar.
No, that's Kevin Dunn. That's the guy. Yes, that's him.
No, but why do I know him?
Oh, him?
No, not him. The general. I know him from somewhere.
That's not the general, that's the colonel.
Colonel, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
No, but I know him. I don't know what else he's from, though.
He played in Small Soldiers, which came out the exact same year, actually, as his film.
Oh, I remember that. I never saw it, but I remember that.
Did you see a sequel to The Lion King, which was Simba's Pride?
There's a sequel to The Lion King?
Yeah, The Lion King, Simba's Pride.
That was sarcasm.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a third Lion King? What? There's a fourth Lion King? What? There's one Lion King.
Yeah. But the other two are just like direct-to-TV. But anyway. But here's the thing, in a way, you know. This film came... Matthew Broderick stars in this film, and also Matthew Broderick reprised the role for Simba in Simba's Pride. To be honest with you, I mean, it came out. Both these films came out the same year, and to be honest with you, I'd fucking watch, cinema's pride over this any fucking day.
Matthew Broderick had a bad rap this year. That year.
No, he hasn't been in that. I mean, he's been in roles, just not that memorable.
He's known for as Ferris Bueller, man.
Yeah. Marketing campaign was like insane at the time for this film.
Really?
Yeah, it was really insane.
I'm gonna go on Matthew Broderick's IMDb really quick.
Yeah. But yeah. The hype for this movie was like intense. Like people wanted to see it. And you just have to imagine their reaction once they saw it, you know. Because the hype died out very quickly once this movie was released and reviews were published, you know.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because, you know...
Go ahead.
Other than the actual audience and critics in general expressing their, like, negativity on the film, you know, Godzilla fans... Hardcore Godzilla fans were like furious with this lame attempt, you know, to update the iconic Japanese monster, you know. When we get to the monster, even in like you'll tell how different Godzilla looks by just looking at his anatomy, you know, like his body.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna come out in like 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes.
That's my answer.
Now, in the theatrical trailer, we get to this scene on these fishing... Yeah, the passengers or the crew of these fishing trawlers have submerged from underwater. We see something, for one split second, pop out, submerge from underwater. We assume... I kind of thought it was Godzilla at first. But before anything happened, it just cut out. Like, the split second it showed them. Something, like, pop out from emerge from underwater. It was actually the front of the boat that emerged from underwater. Wait, it's gonna come up. Right here. Then it would cut.
Am I supposed to be scared?
No. Every character in this film is just made to be as exaggerated, is to be as annoying as possible. You know?
Is it stereotypical that every Godzilla film has lightning in it? Or like a rainy day? Think about it.
Well, I haven't seen any of the other Godzilla films in a while.
I'm just saying.
And like I said before, I'm not that much of a fan of the Godzilla films as I would want to back in the day.
Jesus.
But the original Godzilla is, and as I said before, I love the original Godzilla film. It's a masterpiece. Now listen. Now the quality of Matthew Broderick in this film, it's been highly questionable by other people. Now let's listen here.
Okay, Ferris.
Still shit, is it?
I'm letting. Oh my God, Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker got married. What the hell? I can't. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No,
You know, it's one of those movies where you can't take it seriously. You struggle not to piss around with your phone or like look at your watch. You know.
Yep, he was in Godzilla.
How can you not tell it's him? You can clearly tell.
Ferris, get out of there.
Here's what makes sense. Look at the caption below. JT, look at the caption below.
He was in
Look at the
Inspector
caption.
Gadget.
The city that never sleeps. Why'd they put that down? Right here. This scene just should have been cut. Just listen. Listen. What do you expect from him? What are you trying to prove from him?
Is this a Godzilla movie?
No, it's not. From what you're watching right now, it seems like two different movies have been unnecessarily stitched together. You know, stitched together.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey meets like The Office meets like Godzilla.
Yeah, that basically. Yeah, and you hear how annoying she is, right, with that accent.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's like a stereotype, like Jersey accent or New York accent.
Jersey.
Yeah, and listen to Hank Azaria is even further annoying.
Well, I can be tough if I want.
Yeah, I know. She just does a shitty job in this film. I'm telling you that right now. She does such a shit job. And
They put her in there for the looks. That was it.
Yeah.
Literally, look at that.
Yeah, I guess so. And look, I mean, this is... It's a bit complicated, you know.
Yeah.
Now, she was an actress at the time, yeah, but she barely appeared in any films. Like, the 17 films that she appeared in, she only had, like, cameos or, like, supporting roles. That were, like, less than, I don't know how many minutes. Look at her face. She looks stoned.
I miss my college sweetheart.
She looks so stoned. She looks kind of stone-faced, I swear.
What? What is this? Why did you... Why are we doing this? I listen, YouTube. I can't believe I agreed to this. It's so bad.
This part they featured. This part they featured in the teaser trailer.
He's waddling.
Just watch the fucking. He's
waddling.
But yeah,
Good caution, Lonnie.
Yeah, but yeah, you know something, Maria Patil, just because she was involved in this film, because of how shit her performance was, she won a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actress for her involvement in this film, and she hasn't gotten any career jacks since then. It destroyed her life, basically. It derailed her life just by being in this film. You heard what I said, right?
Hold on. I'm a fisher, so I want to see this. I fish sometimes.
And right here, this is when we see the approaching. Yeah, that's Godzilla in the water. You can see by the ears, too.
Ears?
They look like ears, sort of.
Man, look like submarines.
They look like the...
Okay, run, you damn fool, run.
I know.
Daddy!
Just watch, it's just so bad. It's
in
so
the trailer?
In the teaser trailer, they kind of feature the majority of that scene.
Oh my god!
It's so stupid, right?
The memes. The memes.
This is when we see Godzilla come out. I mean, emerge from underwater. Look. And we barely hear the original trademark roar, actually. And yet Godzilla looks different.
It has CG or...
It's CG, yeah. It's definitely CG. Although there were a few moments where it actually involved a guy in the rubber
like a
suit.
giant chicken.
Excuse me. Now,
Literally,
wait,
like a chicken.
this guy in the headphones, listening to rock music, according to another commentary, he was actually a Godzilla fan, a hardcore Godzilla fan, who had negative things to say about this film, and Roland Emmerich decided to put him in.
Roland Emmerich's a dick.
He's a dick, yeah, he can't take criticism. And as much as that was offensive enough to any Godzilla fan out there, this is even more offensive in general.
God,
Just wait till we get to the other characters.
It's
Listen,
not even that big.
wait,
Look at this.
I know. Wait. Who do these two remind you of?
Who do they remind me of?
Yes. Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. Michael Lerner is one other actor. They play as these bumbling characters. Michael Lerner plays as the bumbling mayor, Mayor Ebert, and his idiotic advisor is Gene. They both look alike. You want to know why they're in this film? Same reason for why the Godzilla fan was in this film.
Because Roland Emmerich. Oh my god.
Now they actually didn't like. Now the actual critics, the real the real Gene Siskel and the real Roger Ebert, they said that while the Japanese films were not too good, they're good in their way. But they did lump this film as their worst film of the year of 1998. Now the reason why the characters Mayor Ebert and the advisor Gene were added in the film is because they gave their negative reception, their negative reviews, their negative feelings, for the films Independence Day and Stargate, both of which were directed by Roland Emmerich. And the reason why, Roland Emmerich cast, and the reason why Roland Emmerich decided to make fun of him in the film is just because he couldn't deal with the criticism. Seriously. And you have Barney playing on TV. Did you see it?
That's not even funny.
I know. No, I'm laughing at your reaction.
Like, I know, like...
And that woman, that's definitely Nancy Cartwright, who did the voice of Bart Simpson. It's so shit. It's so shit.
Nearly 4 years we've gone out.
I know, she
My God.
She lacks in range too, with like emotional range and facial range too. Like any facial expression she makes is just so cringeworthy. I'm serious.
You can't tell this is the 90s or if it's like...
It's the 90s. It was made in 1998. And you know when this was released? Around Veterans Day weekend.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. Oh, listen to how she screams. Listen. And watch. So bad.
I'm not even screaming. You just your mouth.
Yeah, I did. It's like so bad.
It's voiced over.
Yes. Well, that too. But I'm talking about the range too, with like the emotions and the facial expressions. They're just all over the place. Just the music in the film doesn't sound like you're listening to any. And that was a character trademark from The Simpsons that just randomly came back out, or that he blurted out. Just lower the volume a little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody do something.
Oh my God. I was
It's
there.
it's that stupid. It's that terrible.
I was there where they filmed that.
They filmed it in New York City.
I know, but I remember like this exact.
No, look at this. And you have this. Never mind. I don't even want to get into fucking detail on that. And right here. This is one stereotype that's in almost every other, like, cliche disaster film or monster film. He narrowly misses getting stomped on. This film is so...
Are you kidding me?
I'm not fucking kidding you.
What is this chicken?
No, not even iguana. That's basically the main basis for the character. Is that the character is supposed to be an iguana that is affected by the radiation from French Polynesia after all the nuclear tests and shit.
I'm giving this a 1 right now.
A 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I give this fucking movie a 1 out of 10 too.
You know why it's a 1 though and not a 0?
Yeah. Why? Because there's some stuff you could tolerate, right?
There's some stuff I can tolerate.
Now, anyway, about the use of aircraft, the military aircraft, what I'm about to mention right now. You see those Hueys that you see flying all around Jersey right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Huey was still in service even after the Black Hawk was introduced in '79, and first saw major combat use in '83 when it came to the Grenada invasion. But anyway, I'm gonna get to that part later. Listen to what this soldier says. He sounds all badass at first, but listen. Just listen. It's so stupid. What was that supposed to prove? That military soldiers are like incompetent?
He didn't say sir. Or...
He didn't say sir. It's not just that, but just how he like talks too. Like you hear him stuttering, right?
Soldier, you are no longer part of the military.
I know. Like it's just ridiculous. Now, the Hueys. I want to get back to the Hueys again. Now, you see the majority of these Hueys right now. I mean, they were still in service at the time, but by 1998, you would barely see... From my point of view, from what I think, you would barely see Hueys fly around that time because of the major widespread or nationwide use of the Black Hawk helicopter. You know?
Yeah.
You would for a film like this, you would generally see Black Hawks flying about. I mean, you would see several Hueys, maybe a few Hueys, but for military involvement, you would usually see Black Hawks fly around. In my opinion, from what I believe. Seriously, not only does this film insult Godzilla fans, this film actually is going to insult the intelligence of the military. Listen to... I swear to God, the dialogue is just so fucking bad.
I'm literally just watching it right now. I'm like...
It's like, what the fuck's going on, right? Like, what the fuck are we watching?
A rom-com?
Oh my god. Watching this film again, for me, ain't fun. And I can tell it's the same thing with you. Exactly, right? Like, I'd rather fall asleep right now than to fucking deal with this shit, you know?
I want to fall asleep because the only reason why I'm even watching it is because, like, there is no reason why I'm watching.
There's no reason to fucking watch this film. Like, in general, there's no reason to watch this film.
This is one of those movies you'd find at like a DVD bin or like a flea market or like Walmart or
yeah,
whatever.
and this version, and I bought this DVD. I bought this copy of Godzilla 98 from a flea market. Not the one in Stormville, but another flea market, somewhere a bit upstate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
God. Now, with the helicopters that are portrayed in the film, like, it just doesn't make sense, you know? Like, there are certain shots where you see the helicopters flying, like, insanely low and against other buildings.
Audrey, let's go!
I know.
Sorry.
Like I said before, what do you think of the comic relief in the film? Do you ever see any Godzilla film with comic relief? Because in the original Godzilla film, hold on a second. Now let's see. I'm trying to figure this out. In the original Godzilla film, original Godzilla film from '54, it was meant to be very serious in tone because Godzilla himself was a symbol of nuclear destruction. And by the way, Godzilla was made in the wake of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War. And look how impossible it is. Look. And look at the top of the building. Not possible.
Shut this off. That makes...
And here we go with the two caricatures of Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. They portray them as inept and incompetent. I'm serious. Just so Roland Emmerich can make fun of them.
I hate...
And it was a failure, too. It was a failure, actually, to even make fun of them. It failed anyway because here's the thing. Roland Emmerich managed to insult them, right? But he didn't insult them enough.
I hate this.
What he should have done to insult him further is if... And this is a quote coming from not Roger Ebert, but more from Gene Siskel. Gene Siskel said this quote: "If you're going to put us, if you went to the trouble of putting us in a monster film, why don't you at least take advantage of having a monster either eat or squash us, something like that." So basically, it was a lame attempt to criticize them, in a way. You have nothing to say, do you?
I hate this. Other than that, this is one of the weirdest things I think I've ever watched.
Is it one of the worst films you've ever seen?
I try to purposely watch good movies. This is probably why.
I know. I know, but try and change. You got to shift a bit. And here's the thing. How you know you're not going to get arrested doing that, you know? You basically stole somebody's identity, you know?
Yeah.
Like badge. A news badge, you know?
Why the goldfish? Did you see that?
What? I didn't see it.
In front of her face, there's someone else holding a goldfish.
God, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm serious. This woman doesn't even know how to act from a paper bag.
She's hot, but she has nothing else to do. Oh my god.
But I'm just talking about acting-wise too. You know, like she clearly cannot act her way out of a paper bag, and she comes across as an annoyance. And that's why she retired from acting. And she retired from acting actually 10 years ago. She officially retired from acting 10 years ago.
Good.
And here's this piece of comic relief that doesn't make any sense.
What?
Wait. And that's the running gag for Jean Reno. The trying to get the right coffee. it just doesn't work, you know. I swear, and they seriously portrayed this character of Eber as a hothead too. Like, oh, like Roland Emmerich. This was Roland Emmerich being super bitchy, you know. I'm serious. He cannot take a single for this film. For the '90s, he couldn't even.
I'm messing with that.
I know you.
That was a joke, but yes.
Yeah, he couldn't even take. What?
Roland Emmerich, what were you thinking?
I know he couldn't even take criticism for back in the day. Seriously, he couldn't fucking take a single ounce of criticism. Now, what were the other film? I mean, here's the thing, you know, not every film that Roland Emmerich has made is bad though, entirely. You know.
Yeah.
You know, there's Independence Day, which it's pretty good though. It's a pretty good film if you look at it, but that's only because it was made. It's basically shit. It's basically mainly shit. Mainly because of the reason, mainly for the fact that it was not based from a novel or anything like that. That's the reason why, or anything from like overseas, you know. So he could do whatever he wanted to, you know.
Right.
And yes, Independence Day had its stereotyped characters, even some of them being like socially weird, especially with Jeff Goldblum's character.
Yes.
But still, the movie was very memorable and good for the most part. And do you know the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger? That was also directed by Roland Emmerich.
I've heard of it, yes.
Yeah. I saw part of it. Even that was kind of good too. Like, and here's this. Anyway, back to this. Right here. Sergeant O'Neill, the one who's stuttering, he's acting like he's serious, but then here's this. Terrible. Just terrible. They really portray him as some sort of a stuttering moron, I'll tell you that right now. I mean, of course I do. I mean, people generally stutter, but they take it way too far. They take this shit way too far. They're trying way too much to provide as much comic relief as possible. I guess they really need a distraction since this film is about this idiotic scientist who, I mean, okay, we put Matthew Broderick in this film. What's he do? He searches earthworms and then goes out trying to study Godzilla. You know?
Yeah.
Now, also with aircraft, the Apaches that you saw there, with the waypoints, it doesn't make... I mean, the Apaches, they were new at the time. They were, like, new in service for, like, 12 years at the time of the film being released. I mean, it differs a lot, you know, in between. And look at the tanks. They aren't even Abrams tanks in certain shots. They look like mock-ups. The only other vehicles that look real are the Humvees that they use around. You know?
Yeah.
Other tanks, they look like stock, like Centurion tanks or whatever you call it. And I highly doubt you would have a Jeep in the 90s. A Jeep in the military.
Yeah.
Because you saw that Jeep go by, right? It was like a military-style Jeep.
Yeah.
I don't know what he... It has like a strange mix, too, you know? Not only is this film really bad, it has like a strange mix of shit, you know? Now, what do you think of Jean Reno in this film? Do you think he was suitable in the film? Do you think it was at least okay?
What do you think? What do you think?
Of Jean Reno in the film.
Of this movie as a whole.
What do you think of it as a whole now? You think it's... I can tell what you're thinking. And I can agree with you a lot. Yeah, exactly. Just fucking fall asleep on it.
I would have fallen asleep in that theater.
Yeah. Now, in this scene that's going to come up in like a minute, or less than 2 minutes, is probably the worst line, one of 3 of the worst lines that Matthew Broderick's character ever says in the film.
What is it?
I'm not telling you. Let's just wait for this as the movie goes on, because it's coming up anyway. This first line that Matthew Broderick says.
Yeah.
It's about to come. So basically, they lure. Just wait. Okay, right here. That one line's about to come up.
Oh God.
Wait, just listen. Does it make sense to you? That's a lot of fish.
Yeah, but it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It just doesn't fit. That's a lot of fish. It just doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't make sense.
There's no humor.
There's no humor in it. And it's another half-ass attempt at humor.
It's like, why?
Yeah, it's like, why would you even incorporate humor in the film?
I'm telling the camera too. Guys, I'm actually like getting tired from this movie. It's so boring.
I know. It's a depressing experience. I'm serious. You know, the film, I mean, it was produced now the film was produced for like a budget of $130 million. And it made it was produced for a budget of $130 million. And it made a lot of money too, actually, on opening week. You know how much it made?
How much?
380-something million dollars at the box office. Yeah, on opening week or something like that. Or worldwide, at least. That's how much it made worldwide.
I think I want to look it up.
It's less than, well, actually, it's around $375 million dollars at the box office.
I'm going to look at it.
I don't know how you're going to react, man. Let me see if there's this tell me this is a cliche.
It made $380 million worldwide.
$380 million worldwide? Yeah. Seriously, that's
too much.
Out of any of the, at least Saving Private Ryan actually had better, more superior box office rating than this film. It made like over $450 million. Saving Private Ryan, at the box office.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, and Armageddon actually surpassed both this film and Saving Private Ryan with like, I don't know how much money. It was like, I think $500 or $600 million for Armageddon, which was released the same year. Tell me this is a cliche right here. Because I have a feeling it is.
What? The crack goes.
The crack on the ground. I keep thinking it's a cliche.
I think so.
I think so too. Or the trombone effect, maybe.
Yeah.
And this is where we actually see the face of Godzilla.
This is so bad.
It is. There's just so many trolls out there that'll say, "Oh, the reason why you only hate Godzilla is because it doesn't look like him." Well, there's so many more fucking reasons to that. I'll tell you that for sure.
You tell him, man.
Besides, I'll take the criticism. I don't care.
That's right. We don't care.
Seriously, just how does that look? I mean, we'll just get into this concept. How does it look like Godzilla? It doesn't. It doesn't look like him at all.
Looks like a reptile.
Looks like a fucking... And he looks more like an iguana, and that's what his character's supposed to be. An iguana. But he looks more like a stereotyped dinosaur, actually.
I thought Godzilla...
Something like you would see from Jurassic Park, actually.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to mention this was released like the year after The Lost World.
That's right.
This is so stupid. Now, basically, the original Godzilla film from 1954, I told you before, it was meant... Well, I already said before anyway. I want to get back to that, the character... Never mind. I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla in 1954, but shit, I just don't have the time to even talk about it for the moment.
Say what you gotta say.
Unless I come up with it, you know. This film, I'll tell you right now, it's such a disgrace to the original source material. It's a disgrace in filmmaking in general, you know. It's just a mess, you know. It's just a mess. And for a year, this actually used to be my all-time worst film. At the time, until another film I saw...
Which one?
I'm not going to tell you yet.
Okay.
That you'll find out in the next commentary.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
But don't tell me it's our next commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now, basically, now I looked into like the production of this film as well. Like, I further looked into the production of this film. Toho, because they actually said. So basically, the characterization or the drawings for this quote-unquote incarnation of Godzilla, it would have been rejected by Toho, but Toho surprisingly said yes, as long as they abided to a 75-page dossier of the do's and don'ts, which included the one. Watch this. This is so stupid. A lack of military leadership right here. And for some reason, none of the bullets even hit Godzilla, or even the rockets. And he just enters bullet time. And this came out a year before The Matrix.
This is one of the worst one of the best cinematic worst achievements ever. It's like they made
that being one.
They made.
And here's his cliche.
They made it to be bad.
Yeah, no. Here's his cliche. Look. And look how bad this next CG shot looks. Look. Look at that. Look how bad it looks. It's so fucking bad. And you see it again later in the film when they try and attack Godzilla the second time. And listen right here. Listen to the roar right here. Just listen. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
It sounded like a cheetah's roar.
This sucks.
It does suck. I'm serious.
Oh my god.
And right here, this is definitely copied off. And this right here, this is where I said earlier, where you have the helicopters flying dangerously in between buildings.
Yeah. Oh.
Is there ever such a thing as the Air Ministry?
No.
There's a reason why the Air Ministry exists. For regulations, right?
Yeah.
You can't fly that low in between buildings, in my opinion.
No.
I mean, understand, I can suspend my disbelief for something like that, but for something like this here in the context of Godzilla, or anything else in general, it just doesn't work for me, you know? It's just too cliche and generic. And right here, I bet you right now they copied this from Godzilla. Not Godzilla, but from Star Wars. Because you know they're in between buildings when they're doing the Death Star run.
Right.
In New Hope. Now right here, this is pretty stupid. They're sidewinding missiles.
Something's not right.
No. Now here's the thing: sidewinding missiles. One, they're not meant to fit on the waypoints of an Apache helicopter. They're mainly used on they're mainly used on fighter jets. And second of all, the sidewinders, even of course, will obviously cause structural damage to a building.
Right.
They don't have the force of fucking JDAMs, right? Real sidewinding missiles, I can tell, are not that. And from my point of view, they're not that strong. It doesn't look real. You know? Yeah. And to have two sidewinding missiles to take down the top portion of a Chrysler building, it just does. It's kind of inaccurate, you know?
This scene is already making no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Until Godzilla comes through. Just to incorporate more comic relief, that's why. And here, this is where it gets too ridiculous. None of the chain gun bullets even strike Godzilla like they did with the rifle, like what they did with the bullets from the rifles that they were shooting from. Look, they do more damage to the city than to him. And literally, the whole point of Godzilla is to fight against other giant monsters, right?
Yeah.
And even to take on the military, right? Godzilla's meant to be indestructible. Here, he's being a pussy right now, fucking running away. You know?
Yeah.
And that's not what Godzilla fans wanted. It would have been a little better if this film was called something else, you know? Then we wouldn't have that much of a grudge toward this film in the first place. Right. And here's this is the dumbest part right here. One of the dumbest parts. He actually manages to fake out the Apache pilots. He makes a hole right here. In this one building, he makes a huge gap in this building so that they can cause more damage to the city. They think Godzilla's hiding through there. You can hear him shrieking. And what do you think's going to happen? Take one guess. And you have a few seconds to guess.
He's going to come and eat him? I have no idea.
Look. That's exactly what happens. He manages to fake them out. Seriously? They seriously, portray the military as idiots, really. I'm serious. I may be anti-war, but if you portray the military this way, I don't know. And here's these lines copied from. Listen. These were copied from Star Wars. Literally, yeah. Literally from what Luke Skywalker said. Seriously, they really portray the military as like really incompetent, especially the Apache pilots who don't know jack shit. If there's one common thing, look at this right here. It's so fucking bad. All he could have just done, and here's the thing: why fly in between the buildings, really?
Right.
Because you're increasing your risk in crashing into a facade of a building. Just fucking ascend the aircraft for once.
I have to get up. I'm literally gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't blame you.
Keep talking, bro.
I'm gonna do the best I can to talk.
Oh, I believe it.
This is definitely copied from, in my opinion, definitely copied from fucking King Kong. Where, Godzilla's like, oh man, just as the fucking second line, he goes to use the bathroom, but at least he won't hear it. But I'll mention it to him. You fell. That's the least of... That is seriously the least of your worries, dipshit. For fuck's sake, I just... Oh, man. I'm serious right now. I mean, like I said before in the intro, I used to be a fan of Godzilla. I used to like Godzilla 98. I thought it was at least good. But after I started watching the actual Godzilla films from Japan and seeing the true nature of these films, that's when I'm like, okay, fuck this movie. I'm watching these films from Japan. And like I said before, I'm no longer a fan of Godzilla. I'm no longer a fan of the Godzilla franchise. Although I do like, Godzilla 1954. That was the original. Meant to be meant to be very serious in tone. Had the message, everything. What is this film? What's the message that this film sends? Nothing. It literally sends nothing. Matthew Broderick just doesn't fit in this film. He just does not fit in this film at all. My fucking God. So fucking... God, this is so fucking boring right now. It's such a total bore fest. I just can't believe they fucking teased the shit out of this movie just so they could fill up the seats in the theaters, and then have all the people come out with a grumpy, but understandably grumpy attitude. Like, why did we even spend our money to fucking watch a piece of shit film like this? Even for Godzilla fans, even for people who are not Godzilla fans, I don't know how many people, but maybe a decent amount of people, maybe even many people, many people of today's world. It's... Yeah, they'll see how bad it is, They'll know how bad it is. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh my God. I just don't know what the fuck. The idea for this, I mean, they had something like that in the original, yes. The original 1954 film, they had a love story in the form of a love triangle between Ogata, Emiko, and Dr. Zarazawa. And, except the only difference is, they're more likable, and also, except the difference is, those characters in the 1954 film are way more likable, and that situation that they're in is understandable. But this here just doesn't prove anything. It just does not prove anything. There's one line right here. Wow, he's pregnant? And that was really awkward right here. So weird. I just want to fucking fall asleep right now. I'm serious right now. This movie's so fucking shit. This just doesn't make any sense. I know I asked myself into doing it. It was art, it was base. Man. But this film is just so shit, but reactions are reactions. They'll last a lifetime, you know? I'll just wait till JT comes back for more. And seriously, what's the dumbest decision you could ever make in this film? Stealing a classified tape discussing the origins of Godzilla. That's the dumbest decision that she carries out right here. And JT's not even in to even see this yet. JT, you're fucking lucky you didn't have to see another stretch, this one part of the film. I'm just fucking serious now. You're fucking lucky. Fucking JT just texted me. The worst. And seriously, just because, seriously, you have a fucking tape that is in government hands, it says top secret, you have to be a dumb bitch to fucking steal it. Just so you can fucking report your shit on TV. Are you that fucking stupid? Man. She says okay with a fucking emoji. Oh man. And how dumb can you really be? You have Godzilla's eye right there. And again, they portray the military as fucking incompetent as fucking incompetent troops. Just so you can get a laugh out of it. I'm serious. Literally, any other soldiers fucking looking in the direction where Godzilla's eye would be. Logic? Any fucking logic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now what a fucking bitch, I'm serious. Fucking steal a classified tape without even thinking about the consequences, really. Because seriously, that's like the one fucking thing that she breaks. For fuck's sake, this movie is so fucking bad. But then, of course, that perverted asshole has to be the perverted asshole and just decides to air it himself, thus taking away Audrey's scoop. God. I just want to fucking walk out of here right now. I'm serious. If I have to pee or shit, which for the moment I don't, I'm gonna wait till JT comes out of the bathroom and fucking do my business. Because this film is just certainly dog shit. God. I don't know if I can fucking continue talking over this fucking film. Not at this moment. Oh, excuse me. God. Reactions have been good so fucking lately. God, fuck the comic relief. There was never any comic relief in the original Godzilla film. Especially since I said before, Godzilla himself was a symbol of nuclear destruction. It wasn't a laughing joke. This was produced in the Cold War. This was Godzilla 1954 was produced during the Cold War. Everything was all serious back then. And to just see this movie being ripped apart, like this, with no thought, no creativity, no... Oh my god. I'm just fucking speechless. It just doesn't fucking do shit. Doesn't do shit. I'm serious. Oh man. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then right here. Man. Oh, damn. This is a part when Nick gets fired after being accused of handing the media over the tape. And they don't believe his claims that Godzilla is actually laying eggs in the city. And the worst line that she ever says is coming up. That Audrey Timmons says comes up. Something that was worn in the shirts of production. She can't even act as her out of a paper bag. I'm serious. And it's Gojira, you moron. Oh my fucking god. Seriously, Gojira is, as I said before, Gojira is the Japanese word for Godzilla. So even if your asshole boss even got it right, even if your asshole boss said Godzilla other than Gojira, chances are you may have translated it. And still, he would get it right. This is so stupid. Oh, worst part of acting right here. Oh my god. Oh my god, she took it. Oh my fucking god. So fucking stupid. This is so fucking dumb. I'm serious. My god. It's been like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And he's still taking this shit. Oh man, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, JT. You missed a bad deal of this fucking... You missed a bad part of this fucking film. That there was no reason to even view. My god. My god, this movie's so stupid. You want to talk to him? Look what you fucking did to his life, you dumb bitch. Right here. This is so stupid. This scene is so fucking dumb. Just look at her face. Her facial expressions are just so all over the place. They're like all over the place. I'm serious. bad. And right here, she breaks character by smiling. Right here, she fucking broke character. Why they even managed to keep that take in the film, I have no idea. I just have no fucking idea.
Hi.
Hey,
I'm back. So how much did I miss of this horrible movie?
you missed about 15 minutes. I would say 15 minutes, although it seems more like 10 minutes.
Alright, well, bottom line... Oh, good, he finally met up with her.
Yeah, it's not just that. You know what happened?
What?
She fucking... So, Nick Tatopoulos has his classified tape discussing the origins of Godzilla. This is after they meet each other for the first time. In a while.
Right.
What does she do? She steals the fucking classified tape from his grasp while he's outside the tent, tries to turn it over to the media. But that perverted asshole news boss of hers, played by Harry Shearer,
Yeah.
he took her scoop by claiming that the tape is his own creation and aired it on TV. Once the military saw that, they fired Nick right on the spot for even giving them the tape. And it was right as Nick said that, and he just found out also, and Nick also found out at that one point that, and just as Nick was discussing them, as he found out earlier before, that Godzilla is asexual because he's, as he says before, he says in the film, he's pregnant. Godzilla's supposed to be asexual in this film. I mean, I have a feeling he's asexual in the... Your own comments. Do you want iced tea? I didn't even get the comment.
No, that's alright. That's alright. I'll clear it for you. Yeah, I got iced tea.
Yeah.
I got iced tea, guys. This horrible movie is brought to you by Arizona.
Yeah.
Thank you for sponsoring this.
But yeah, so basically, that's what he says in the film. He's pregnant, and he realizes that he can produce asexually. And it does later set up for the scene that's later in the film.
This is horrible.
It's terrible.
It's
so fucking shit. It's so fucking shit.
No sense.
It makes no fucking sense. You're right about that. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And yeah, basically, and you know what? And even when in the tape, when the only survivor of the first Japanese fishing vessel said Gojira, the asshole news boss, he said Godzilla, and then Audrey, who's just so dumbfounded at how deceitful her fucking boss could be, her pervy fucking boss could be, she's like, and it's Gojira, you moron. And I'm like, okay, Gojira is the Japanese name for the English term Godzilla. So even if your asshole news boss got it right, I mean, even if your asshole news boss, I said it fucking twice, even if your asshole news boss even said Godzilla instead of Gojira, chances are he would have translated it. You know? Those are chances, you know? It just...
Hold on.
Okay. We're gonna go now. At least, yeah.
I had a call on my phone, and my phone is connected to my laptop. And
Oh,
and
okay.
the screen just went away. I was like, wait, did it just cancel? I was like, oh man, I was about to be so mad. No.
We still have the audio recording on my iPad.
Yes. Which is good. Good thing we
Yeah, as a backup, you know. As a backup, just in case. Because I have a feeling around. I tried doing a commentary on this with my friend twice, and it's been impossible, really.
Do you know this caller? Hold on. Hey, do you know that number?
No, I don't.
Okay, sorry.
It's alright. And then Audrey's trying to apologize for Nick for being a bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's trying to. It's literally, you stole a fucking classified tape.
You can't just do that.
You can't just do that. You could go. And again, inconsequential action. A consequential action event. She doesn't. Yeah, because she doesn't even go. She doesn't even get penalized for it. You know. It just doesn't make sense. Like, oh, we have these characters that do stupid shit. Like, oh, everybody wins, and you could be as reckless and whoever you want. You know. just doesn't make sense.
So now Broderick's character just joined the French?
Yeah, he just joined the French. That same guy from before,
Yeah.
they were trailing him to see if they can actually find the... And right here. This is another part.
God.
No, those are all the refugees from the city.
Right.
Yeah, which does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
And here she is again.
Wow, okay. You're a prominent character in Godzilla. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Forgive me, I'm texting on camera.
I swear, Arbel Phil is just so annoying in this film with that accent. And wait, look at how Audrey's crying. Watch. Wait. Look how bad it is. It's so
Oh, God. Oh, no. Stop. Stop the movie. I go to the bathroom. I get you iced tea, and I come back to Aubrey crying.
Audrey.
Audrey.
It's so bad. It's so fucking
Get a
bad.
career.
She can't.
All right.
I know.
How
Okay, seriously.
bad can you get? Look, did you see that?
I did.
I know I'm getting paid a lot of money, but that's okay.
Oh my
What gives?
fucking God. This is fucking golden right here. Excuse me. This is fucking golden right here. I'm serious.
Kind of followed him.
This is
You're
golden. This is fucking golden. I'm serious. God fucking damn it, man. And right here, she's trying to act so professional. But then the next scene, she acts so empathetic. Just listen. Wait.
I don't know if I believe that.
Did you hear the difference?
Oh my God!
I know, right?
It's so weird.
It's
and
weird.
horrible and,
Yeah.
Bad. And all these other negative words combined.
Yes. Like at first, she's trying to act so professional. Like they're going after the nest, and then she comes back empathetic after being said like, "Let's go in the city with me." What do you want me to follow? Follow him into the city? That just makes no sense. Fucking broke the continuity, you know? With the acting spectrum, I'm serious. And of course, they have just one cliche of going into disguise. Why is this movie still going? I don't know.
Because Emmerich, right?
Yeah, because of Emmerich. Because you know he's always into these films. He has serious problems with these films. You know, like he'll just make any film that's like over 2.5 hours, at least 2 hours and 20 minutes.
His movies are always long.
They're always that long, yeah.
Like no one wants to sit through a 3-hour Godzilla movie.
Or a 2.5-hour Godzilla film. I mean,
what other movies did he make that are so long?
well, 2012 was long. It was actually 20 minutes longer than this film. It was like 158 minutes long.
That's not funny.
No.
That sucks.
And right here you can see part of the crew reflected on the window. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
Godzilla's not real, guys.
The Patriot he also made. I mean, it's a good tolerable film, but that was also long too. It was like 160 something minutes long, with a director's cut of 170 minutes.
Oh great, they're gonna go back into the city.
Yeah. And here's another consequence they don't suffer from: breaking back into the city, because it's unauthorized. You know,
how bad does this movie suck?
It sucks. It just fucking sucks. There's like nothing redeeming in this film.
It brings a level of suckage to the theatrical element of suckage to the actual suck.
Yeah. This movie's fucking scum.
Big, ugly, nasty, large lizards.
Yeah. Do you know about this?
You can't act. Like,
all right. Yeah. Okay. Right here. This is utterly impossible. You have these French guys and one socially weird scientist who disguise themselves as U.S. Army soldiers with K-pots, LC1 suspenders, and whatnot.
This whole arc doesn't.
And just watch. They're chewing gum. The Frenchmen, they're chewing gum because they think they'll make themselves look American. And just listen. Listen to what Jean Reno says. Just listen. Listen again. Just listen again.
Okay.
And listen to the reason why. Just listen to the reason why. It's so bad.
His face
just listen
to
to
the camera.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, man.
Just fucking chewing gum to pass yourselves off as Americans. Like, oh, that's gonna fucking fool them. And speak with a southern accent.
This is one of the. Could I say this is one of the best parts of the movie? Was the fish. Just all these fish.
Yeah.
Hold
What we doing now?
Send. Enough said, true believers. We're gonna find something out.
God.
Sorry.
But it's right. It's just.
Yes.
So anyway, did you
Did I what?
do you know about this one movie review? This one YouTuber by the name of The Real Alex Robinson.
No.
In his previous YouTube channel, he's an avid Godzilla fan himself. He's a hardcore Godzilla fan, and of course he gave a scathing review about this film, said about like all the negativity in this film, how the military is portrayed as dumb shits, you know.
So there's some things that you're agreeing with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, and how like Godzilla runs away from the military and all that, and everything else basically, you know.
Why did Broderick's character just like change?
Change? What do you mean?
From like the U.S. to the French.
I know, right?
Like, God, can they...
No, he's trying to work alongside them. They kidnapped him. No, Jean Reno kidnapped him so that they can help him get back, so that he can acquire the help into getting back into the city to destroy the nest
I don't think
that Godzilla has laid.
Oh, jeez. I don't think...
Where exactly is the nest laid? Just watch till later in the film.
I don't think my face... Get this right. My face has not changed from this the whole time.
My face changes because, you know, of how fucking dumb it is, you know. And also, how does Godzilla not see the fucking characters? That's a plot hole right there, too. They're literally in full view. Look.
And this is the subway?
No, I wouldn't say it's subway. And here's another thing. I forgot to say something in this film. How is it possible for Godzilla to even disappear throughout the city, other than the fact that he's on the ground most of the time, you know? And it's not even a Godzilla film for one reason. He shares 11 minutes of screen time. And yes, they had something like that in Godzilla 2014, and even in the original Godzilla film from 54.
Whoa. Oh my god.
But this is just so unnecessary, though. If they...
I like the beret.
Yeah. It's not even a beret, it's a hat.
Wow, she can't even get her hats right.
Yeah, it's a cap. It's not even a beret. Yeah, of course you do.
My face hasn't changed.
I know.
I'm watching. Why am I watching this? My mind is literally just shut off. At about an hour and 50 minutes, I'm like, I can't watch the rest of this.
You know how much you're into this film? You're about like an hour and a half. You're not even an hour and 50 minutes. You have another hour left, though.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Right here. It's like he's delayed at first. Sergeant O'Neill.
This is the part, kids, where we fast forward to the end.
Yeah. Woo. Because how fucking shit this fucking movie is.
It sucks, man.
It does. It fucking sucks. I had a feeling that you said it was going to suck, and I was right.
No, I had a feeling it was going to suck, and you were right.
Yeah.
You said it reversed. I am not happy. And you know me. I can't stop smiling whenever I'm on camera or off camera. It doesn't matter.
But here, your face is just different.
I feel dead inside because of this.
Yeah.
Movie.
It's just so, like, it's a depressing experience.
It's confusing.
It's confusing and it's a depressing experience, you know.
I can't actually see the comments.
Yeah. Oh.
What's that gonna do?
What? It's just a little MLG.
Well, let's put a
Multiple grenade launcher.
Let's put a grenade right in his mouth.
MLG, no. MGL.
MLG.
MGL, no. MGL is a multiple grenade launcher. That's what I meant to say. That's like the acronym for it. And these tanks right here, you can tell these aren't even tanks used in the U.S. Army. There's like random like Centurion tanks. I understand the budget may be so high that it couldn't actually acquire themselves.
I may go to the vet again. It's so bad.
With actual like fucking. You should just watch till the end.
I'm start. Whatever they say, I'm just gonna see if I can say it as best I can. Wait.
But right here, this is where he beats. The way they try to treat, they made Godzilla to treat him like he's like an animal with like intelligence. It doesn't make sense, you know. Right here, this is the second time that the military tries to fight back against Godzilla. And look at one of the soldiers. Look at one of them. He's holding the M16 the opposite way. Look. They said they destroyed more of the city again.
But they, wow.
Yeah. No, wait. Another shot that's so stupid. Watch this shot with all the Apaches coming in. Look. Look how cliche that is. It makes no sense, right? If you had a bunch of helicopters taking off from an airfield to accomplish an objective, then that would have made sense. But to have a bunch of helicopters, in this case Apache helicopters, randomly, magically just emerge from the buildings this way. Look, again, a same CGI shot.
For a movie commentary, I have no comment. Put it that way.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't.
Well, you have comments right now.
Yes. But I overall, I can't comment on this god-awful movie. It's making me
Well, here's the thing. When we get to the end credits, we're going to basically talk about our overall like
impressions.
Like what do we think of it? But we'll save all that for the end.
Godzilla was born in 1954. And he later came to the United States in 1998. He soon attacked New York City, and then he attacked.
He magically disappears.
And then, just like his cousin, the Loch Ness monster, he swims away. You can tell I'm really into this movie, guys. People are like, "What the hell? What were they thinking by watching Godzilla '98?"
Well, guess what? We're doing it for fucking commentary reasons. That's what we're doing it for.
Yes, suck it.
And we have our own opinions. Right here. They definitely right here. Well, I have a feeling they definitely copied from Hunt for Red October.
Oh God.
The submarine scene.
Godzilla.
You remember at the end of the Hunt for Red October when that one Soviet submarine's trying to fire the torpedoes onto the Hunt for Red October? Upon that sub realizing that the Hunt for Red October is affecting to the U.S., they're trying to like target the Hunt for Red October, but the Hunt for Red October, I believe, causes a misguidance with the torpedoes and hits their their submarine, right?
Right.
That's exactly what's coming up.
Can we just hit him?
The torpedoes just go slow just for him to fucking speed up. I'm serious. Torpedoes, I wouldn't say. I mean, they're slow, but they're not that slow. You know, torpedoes are not that slow. They travel at a certain pace, do they?
I'm gonna give a quick review of this movie.
Oh, right here. No, look, right here.
Oh no.
Wait, look. Not only does it get struck by the tail, by the dorsal fins by Godzilla, the torpedoes fucking strike it. It's like, what the fuck? They definitely copied it from fucking Hunt for October.
This movie sucks.
It does, yeah. It's fucking copycat in some cases too, you know?
Take me now. Just take me to a Bruce Springsteen concert. Just anything to get. I don't care where I go. Just get me out of here.
I know what you mean. This film's just complete shit. That's just all there is to it.
It's just ongoing shit. It's like diarrhea. It just doesn't stop. Alright. Uh-oh.
Basically, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait, I got more, mommy.
Okay, right here.
Godzilla, I'm coming for you.
Hey, Godzilla, I'm trying to fucking hide underneath the fucking...
Godzilla, I'm trying to take a dump. Master
Space.
Godzilla, I made a duty in my pants.
Oh, we finally destroyed him. Yeah, okay.
Yoda is the stepson of Godzilla. Master Yoda, are you?
You know what's so fucked up? This film is so bad. Okay, the film is so bad for one thing, right? But you know what's so fucked up? In the ending of the film credits, which we're gonna see in another like half hour. Apparently.
Please tell me he's dead
He's dead.
It only took an hour and a half.
But that's not it, though. They have to search for the eggs. Remember? The nest for Godzilla. Which does not fit the quality of Godzilla at all.
Oh my god. Those are such big eggs.
Yeah, they are.
They're just these human balls. Hold on.
Fuck's sake. Fuck this movie and how fucking shit it is.
Fucking shit. Shit. So say how many different ways we can say shit about this movie. Shit.
It's just shit.
Shit.
It's just shit, yeah. But yeah, let's just not go on. Here they are. The eggs are in Madison Square Garden.
I literally just saw this. I was just there back in last week.
Really?
I was in Madison Square Garden. Saw Bon Jovi there. It was great.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
So I was just at the garden. How funny is that?
Yeah.
The world's most famous arena, guys.
Yeah. Maybe one of the most famous arenas.
It's the world's most famous.
Okay, it's your decision. I get it.
No, it is. It's world renowned.
Yeah.
People fly it from on the planet.
Now here's one of the eggs.
Oh my god, that's a big egg.
Yeah.
Guys, where's my scrambled eggs?
That was a fake laugh again.
Do you like your sunny side up or no? We should take the Godzilla eggs and throw them into space.
That's because there is.
Broderick, shut up. Simba,
Look.
Ferris.
I forgot what the Colonel's real name was in Glory.
They're everywhere. Oh, I forgot his name too.
I can't believe fucking Matthew Broderick was involved in this film.
Was it Colonel Sanders?
No, not. But his character's based on. But the character's actually true though from Glory though, because he worked to have his own army of African American soldiers during the American Civil War.
Yes.
Right here. This kind of copies off Alien right here. Aliens.
God, there's a lot of eggs.
Yeah. That's a lot of eggs.
The garden of eggs.
A garden of eggs.
Meet me down in the garden.
Seriously, so many fans were infuriated by this one right here. Seriously. How does it match the overall quality of Godzilla himself?
Well, you know what they do? They put all these eggs on a rocket ship and send them to Mars and see what happens.
Yeah. How does the musical score itself even match the quality of the score that was used in the Godzilla films from Japan?
They're playing like the background music at MSG.
The background music, yeah. It sounds like a half-ass imitation of John Williams or even Jurassic Park. That's what it sounds like.
Why can't I have there's a part of me that just wants to have a self-destruct button.
I'll tell you this right now. Certain scenes in this film are copycat from Jurassic Park.
Like this?
Pretty much. So shit.
This place sucks.
What?
I was like, I'm trying to imitate Broderick. This place sucks. I don't even know why I was like casting this. Whatever, man. I don't know, man. Broderick's amazing, though.
He's a great actor, yeah, but it's just his film that is. It's just that him being in this film is what's so shit.
Some of his choices are pretty bad.
Some of his choices they are pretty bad, yeah. But this is definitely the worst. I'll tell you right now, this is definitely the worst.
He had a very small role in that film Trainwreck a few years ago. That was great. He was so funny.
Oh, he did actually in the movie Trainwreck that came out in 2015.
Yes.
Really?
It was him, LeBron. No.
Right here. It actually look. What do you think it looks like to you?
Jurassic Park.
Yes, they look like the. They look like the.
Daddy!
They look like the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. What would? It's like saying to yourself, I bet you right now, like Roland Emmerich really loved Jurassic Park. They wanted to incorporate
they're all
shit.
gonna hatch?
Yeah, they're all gonna hatch.
Stop the movie.
This is when it fucking still goes. This is when it still fucking goes down the shit drain.
Godzilla had babies, guys.
Well, in the sequels, in the original Godzilla films, there was actually this one character who was supposed to be the son of Godzilla.
When a mama Godzilla and a daddy
Daddy
Godzilla love each other very much, we get all the Godzillas.
They look just like the raptors from Jurassic Park. Can I just tell you that?
Was that a practical effect right there?
Yeah, they were practical effects, yeah.
Okay.
Right here, yeah, the practical effects, they lack any real movements, and they just move like puppets. Only when they actually do move is when it's aided with CGI.
Okay.
Like right here, this is practical effects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, practical effects, so.
Daddy!
Wait, let's just wait. There. Because the CGI scenes are gonna come in. They lack any real movement. They move like puppets. No shit, it's a good idea. This is so bad already.
Hey, Dad.
Right here. This is right here. This is when they aided with visual effects with CGI. Look. It looks like Jurassic Park.
It is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's like Jurassic Park without being Jurassic Park.
Yeah, seriously, they look just like the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World, though. Did you see that?
I did see Jurassic World when it came out in 2015. It was really good. It was pretty good.
It was really solid.
Yeah. I'm pretty interested in watching its sequel, too.
Fallen Kingdom? Oh, yeah, the trailer just came out, right?
Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
Comes out in June?
It comes out next month, yeah.
Alright. We have to blow up Madison Square Garden.
Like, that's even gonna work. Wow. He uses, like, the end part of a fucking broom. I mean, like I said before, Jean Reno, he's okay in the film. He's, like, the only person that actually puts in real effort, really. In my opinion. All the others are just added in for, like, cheap fucking slaps. Not cheap slaps, but just cheap comedy, you know.
Right.
God, this movie is so shit.
You're dead.
Yeah. Literally, the only fucking actual deaths involving any characters that we know of are these 4 Frenchmen that are with Jean Reno.
Yeah.
Literally. Those are the only deaths. None of the other characters die.
It sucks.
It does suck, yeah. Like, what if... I'm in my wit's end. I'm holding back so much fucking I'm holding back so much negativity right now. I'm unleashing most of it out.
Don't start hitting things, though.
Yeah. Seriously, they really portray Audrey as like an overused damsel in distress, really. Like right here where she just screamed out of nowhere because Animal, that's the name of Hank Azaria's character. Animal's like, whoa, and then she's like, wah!
Why is that his name?
That's his nickname.
Right.
The real name in the film is Victor, but they just nicknamed him Animal for Animal. What reason? But who fucking cares, really?
I would be so mad if I was even on set for this.
I would be mad too. Even if I wasn't a Godzilla fan, which I used to, as I said many times before. Seriously, do these two even look like the real critics? I've never heard anything.
No.
Really? They kind of do. I'm serious. With the glasses and the gray hair on Mary Ebert.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No,
They look just like the real life critics.
I take that back, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I know, I take it back when I said it. I think they do.
Yeah. Just because Roland Emmerich couldn't fucking deal with criticism because he's super fucking bitchy. I'm serious. He just doesn't know shit for criticism. He doesn't know shit to... Roland Emmerich doesn't know shit about criticism, about taking criticism. And here's a dumb decision. Trying to use the payphone to get through. Seriously. They don't even know. He doesn't even think of the fact that if you're not okay, they do it in films where it's like so often, even if it's meant to be too serious. Like if you do that, it's a waste of time. You know, he's using a payphone which is going to be offline too. You wanna know why? Yeah, literally. The other two soldiers that went downstairs, they're also named Jean.
Yeah.
Literally, all four of the soldiers that were with Jean Renault, they're all named Jean.
That's pathetic.
It is pathetic. Yeah, it's so lazy. It's lazy.
Because you couldn't come up with a name like Butterscotch.
He couldn't come up with any other name. Like, he couldn't come up with any other name except for Jean.
Luke.
Jean-Luc. Or Luc. Yeah. Just one of the characters is Jean-Luc. And one of the other French soldiers is Jean-Luc, man. For fuck's sake.
Boost me up, everyone.
This is some of the scenes where they copycat from Jurassic Park in this right here. I'm going to save the more for a little bit. Oh, man. Look right here. Look. You know about the shadow scene in Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They literally copycat that scene. They have nothing else better to do than just copycat other famous films that they worked really hard on. And just fucking claim it as your own, you know? They were dicks, I swear, these producers. Yeah, definitely. And you get none of them. And literally, the only Frenchman that's alive is Jean Renault at this point. And of course, the only three survivors as being Nick and, of course, Audrey and Emma.
Right.
And here's these cliches right here that you're going to see. Just wait till you see how bad they are. Now, I want to ask you a question. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when Matthew Broderick's lip-syncing to that song at the parade, what was the name of the song again?
Twist and Shout.
Twist and Shout?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Because, wait. So Twist and Shout was the name of the song. Look, they're just eating popcorn. Because, like a shitload of popcorn.
Oh my god. This movie's so
Alright,
good.
just listen to what he says. Wait. Honestly, the whole idea for Godzilla having eggs should have been scrapped from the very beginning.
Yes, and it should have made it work.
Seriously, it doesn't even look like Godzilla. It's more like Jurassic Park, or like a half-ass rip-off. I'm serious. It's a half-ass rip-off of Jurassic Park.
An attempt to be Jurassic Park.
And right here, that cliche where it's like tapping repeatedly onto the elevator button. Now, in the elevator where it's singing, in the elevator where we get to. And a friend of mine, when we were watching, he said, this is not humanly possible, where he kicks the baby Zilla out with the heel of his boot. Now, the song's playing right now, if you barely hear it. That was actually, what was the song again?
Twist and Shout.
Twist and Shout. That was actually used in the elevator soundtrack, I heard. And look how embarrassing this looks. Look. It's like he's about to shit himself, I swear. Or piss himself. Yeah, that was Twist and Shout in the elevator when the music was playing in the background. They used Twist and Shout.
Huh.
That's why I found out on the IMDb trivia. I may be wrong, but I know for a certainty that they used that song in the elevator sequence. And right here, you know what just doesn't make sense?
What?
It's how Matthew Broderick reacts. He shouldn't be having strange feelings right now because of what she did. getting him fired because she stole that classified tape. But there's nothing that would indicate an altercation, you know? Nothing at all.
No.
You realize that, right?
Yes.
It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Again, Maria Patel, like I said before, like, she does a terrible job in this film. I'm serious, like. Actually, no, like, she only had, like I said before, she started in 17 films, right? But all of them were like, dude, fucking dumbass, trying to get the fucking videotape. What's more important, the tape or your life? Get away from the fucking baby Zillas. So he just fucking falls right behind. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Be over.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the idea of like, oh, let's put the password in, and you're not able to do it, and it gets shot out. Little. Just shoot the fucking door open. Oh, she's about to get it. I'm serious. The comic relief in this film, like as I said before, it's just so shit. It is so shit. It's not even funny, you know. Oh my fucking god. Fuck this movie. That's all I have to say. Fuck this movie. You alright, man?
I'm literally falling asleep.
I know you are.
I'm staying
You have another half hour to go.
Ay, ay, ay.
They just random. I was gonna say something about product placement because he was eating Ruffles just there. Like right here, that bag you see over there, that's like a bag of Ruffles. Do you see it?
I'm awake, don't worry. I swear to God I am.
The bag, do you see on the right? I swear it would have been Ruffles, you know. Listen to the music. Music just isn't that good. One of the most cringeworthy moments in this film, that's trying to be desperate to be like a Steven Spielberg film, is when Audrey Timmons gives the broadcast announcement. Just tell me that it's trying to be cheesy. Just tell me if it's just desperate trying to be a Jurassic Park's film or a Steven Spielberg film. Yeah, of course it's you. Go have fun. What this movie? Oh my god. This movie's just so bad.
I'm that kid.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. And literally, when it comes to Godzilla, like, destroying, like, certain shit, like, in this film, he just, only thing he does is just step on a few cars. He doesn't really destroy the city. And yes, he goes to the not Flatiron building. He goes to the MetLife building, which doesn't make sense because the top part of that building is still standing.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
There's so many things that don't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Oh my fucking god.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Make out.
So basically.
Make out.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, like I said before, do you think that was like cringeworthy, that scene? Did it seem cringeworthy to you?
That's the worst line of the whole movie. I want you to blow up Madison Square Garden.
He fires with one hand. Something typical in action films. I heard, and this was like on the IMDb trivia. Actually, I heard it has a statement claiming that. Wait, listen to this line that Matthew Broderick says. Just listen. He's in France. It's fucking obvious. Where'd you find this guy? You could have just said, "Oh, I found this guy when he tried to hijack me."
There's no humor there.
There's no humor there. No. There's no humor that's actually smart
At all.
No humor that's smart or creative in a way.
Like, what, no, can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of my favorite films of all time is Airplane.
Yeah.
And,
well, that's different. It's a legit comedy film. It's a parody film.
Right. But
And look, wait. Before you get to this,
Yes.
Look at this shitty scene. Look. Just watch. It's so fucking bad.
Oh.
I know, right? It's so cringeworthy.
It's like diarrhea.
My friend actually kind of laughed at that scene. That's kind of funny. How the fuck is it? I'm sorry.
It's so bad.
But seriously, how the fuck is this movie even supposed to be a Godzilla film if it has a shit ton of unnecessary comic relief all over the place? It just doesn't make sense. And look, they just release a bunch of gumballs and basketballs that randomly make the fucking Godzilla babies just fucking fly around. Oh, that second bad line that Matthew Broderick spoke, that was way earlier. It was after the Apaches get taken down by Godzilla.
Right.
O'Neill was like, he did all this, Godzilla did all this, and we did nothing to him. And then Matthew Broderick just says this, no, that's not true. We fed him. Like, seriously, that's the least of your worries, that you fed him.
Yeah.
It's a loss of fucking life. And all you could say is, oh, that's not true. We fed him. Bullshit. And offensive to veterans, I guess, you know? I bet you a lot of like veterans are pissed at this movie about how the military was like portrayed.
Probably.
I'm dead serious. And this came out around Memorial Day. You know?
Man, talk about like a double whammy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look how cliche this looks. Seriously, it just, before when they were running around, just looked like Scooby-Doo for a moment. Like running away, like these characters just running away from these baby Zillas or these copycats, you know,
Right.
from Jurassic Park. And you know what doesn't make sense? When they blow up when the Air Force blows up Madison Square Garden to kill the baby Zillas, they use only 2 Mavericks. And like, 2 Mavericks is enough to blow the entire building up.
And those 2 fit, and they hit the actual building.
Yeah, look how exaggerated it is. And right here, that's a practical effect, you know. You're probably dead right there. Look how close they were, you know. Seriously, 2 Mavericks isn't gonna do shit.
Those are the only hits in the whole movie.
Yeah. Here's the thing. 2 Mavericks on a structure isn't gonna do shit, alright? You might as well send a B-52 bomber to drop a JDAM over it, you know? Because a JDAM's pretty fucking strong, you know?
Yeah.
Like the ones that they use in like Iraq and Afghanistan.
Alright.
Yeah. You might as well send a B-52 or even a B-1 or B-2 bomber to fly over and fucking drop at least 2 payloads of JDAMs.
This movie has been one of the longest, most over-exaggerated movies ever.
Yeah.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes! Get that tongue.
Yeah.
Give him some head while you're at it, too.
Remember when I said that... You see, the running gag with the coffee.
God, stop with the coffee.
I know. I could use coffee though. I could use tiramisu.
Something that has caffeine.
It does, yeah. Stupid me. And you think it's all over, but guess what happens?
They're still alive.
No. It's not just them.
The real Godzilla.
Yes, Godzilla fucking resurrects himself. It just doesn't make sense, right?
Godzilla 2 coming in 2002.
That's not... But the film's not even over yet. I tried to deliberately lie.
God. What is wrong?
Just another 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes!
Yes! Another fucking 20 minutes, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I hate this.
I hate this movie too.
I'm beginning to develop a hatred right now.
And this is the one moment that he ruins. He looks angry. Yeah, no shit. It's so bad. And did you hear Angus? He was like, "Aw, man."
I'm done. This movie is a 0.5 out of 10 for me.
Actually, yeah, it's a 0.5 out of 10. Definitely is.
It was a 1 before, but now it's a 0.5.
Yeah, definitely. And here's this fucking cliche.
Oh, the woman.
Yeah.
The damsel in distress situation.
Yeah, again. Boom. This movie is so bad.
It's like ripping off Escape from New York, too.
Are you sure about this?
Am I sure about that? Probably, yeah.
I just saw the KFC. I bet you right now they put KFC there, in the one of the shots. I just saw a restaurant that said KFC.
Product placement.
Yeah, definitely. Although Michael Bay usually does that most of the time when compared to like Lone Lemon, unless he's up there with.
Wait, where'd you see KFC?
No, I saw it on the left frame.
Oh, okay.
And you know how Godzilla in general breathes fire, right? No, he breathes atomic breath in the Japanese films.
Yeah.
Here, you would think he breathes fire, but he doesn't really breathe fire, actually. He just blows his breath on, like, it's more like he blows on cars and they just explode, you know?
I'm so tired, I'm making noises out of my mouth.
Yeah, definitely take the FDR, it's more clear. Oh my god, the FDR in the rain. I mean, I understand, it's like, here it's rain. And here's the one thing, why is it set in, like, with all this shit, like, with the film, like, in the rainy environment, you know?
Yeah, that's
every single time, it just, I don't know. Why is it raining, you know?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Now, actually, I remember looking up a trivia on IMDb, a piece of trivia on IMDb that said that it just simply said Jean Reno, Matthew Broderick, and Hank Azaria had expressed all dislike the film. Just simple as that. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but it's just something I saw on IMDb.
My mind is officially dead.
Oh, man. We're 2 minutes into the commentary.
2 minutes almost done?
No, I meant 2 hours into the commentary. Fuck! That was my mistake.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
God, Godzilla, just kill yourself.
No, like 18 minutes.
Oh my god.
Well, another 10 minutes of screen time, and another 8 minutes of, like, the credits, you know?
This movie can die.
Exactly. This movie can go to hell.
I have my own reasons.
Well, I agree with you on it. Literally, it's the same guy, Kevin Dunn, who plays I almost said Corporal Hicks from, but no, not Corporal Hicks from Aliens. I meant Colonel Hicks. Literally, that's the same guy who plays as who plays in Small Soldiers, and like right here, he's blowing. But then you see, everything just catches fire. You can tell he doesn't actually breathe fire. He's just blowing on cars and they just explode, which is caused by the friction of the cars like colliding with each other in midair.
Bingo. One of my all-time favorite scenes is when Leslie Nielsen and the Naked Guns is bingo and he holds up a bingo card.
And here's something that doesn't make sense. How is the tunnel blocked? This is the Park Avenue Tunnel, right? And the Park Avenue Tunnel is located where Grand Central Station and the MetLife building are, right?
Yeah.
The tunnel's not that long, and yet they block it off. Because literally, it only spans like a few blocks, underground. The tunnel itself spans a few blocks underground. And after you pass the MetLife building, you emerge from there. You emerge from the tunnel. And there's also another error there.
Yeah.
Well, let's just wait.
Hold on.
Till Audrey says this. Listen. Seriously. And that's not true. The nearest suspension bridge away from the Park Avenue Tunnel would be the Queensboro Bridge. That's the nearest suspension bridge, not Brooklyn. You'd have to travel all the way down.
Yeah.
Seriously, how lazy could they even be with when it comes to writing this material down? And seriously, what are we supposed to believe right now? What's it supposed to be like? Are we really supposed to think right now that they travel all the way from Midtown to the Brooklyn Bridge in Lower Manhattan, with Godzilla not following him until he appears in the bottom of it? Oh god, this is another one of the parts where Hank Azaria delivers one of the shittiest lines in this film. Although two of them are on par as the shittiest lines in this scene right here. Just listen. So stupid. Yeah, no fucking shit. We get it. And then it pushes the scene to the edge of mockery. Listen to this.
I think I've seen a more boring movie in my life.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
I know, but did you just hear him like, "You're going the wrong way, man. You're going the wrong way." You fucking get it. You just have to make it so obvious. I'm serious.
Gojira has risen. That cab survived a lot today.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it survived a lot up until the very end of this sequence, because eventually it does get destroyed.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I thought they saved it for a sequel.
No. Well, they were gonna well, actually, what I've heard on the production of this film, they actually planned to make a sequel. This film was actually meant to be a part of a trilogy, and thank God that never got picked up because the character rights for Godzilla, TriStar's contract with that, it expired already, and plus there was no interest to move forward with the project, so the sequels got abandoned, fortunately. And you know something right now? One of the actors that played Godzilla back in the original era in Japan, during a screening of this film, he actually walked out during the screening.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what he said?
What?
This is not Godzilla. It doesn't have the spirit. The one violation of that 75-page dossier that they violated was killing him off at the very end. Was killing Godzilla off at the end.
Right here?
What?
Right here?
Yeah, right here. Almost every one of these points that Toho had sent to Roland Emmerich and his team were just disregarded. They didn't give a shit, really. It just doesn't make sense. And the Maverick and you know what's really weird is that the Mavericks on these F-15s, I meant, because that's what they are. F-18s or F-15s? I'm trying to figure. No, F-18s. That meant. Yeah, the Mavericks the missiles just randomly appear.
I'm awake.
I know you are. It's basically now they've shot him down. It does get you wondering, an average Godzilla fan would wonder, like, why does he run away from the military a lot? Up until you get to the end, that answers your question. Because this incarnation of Godzilla can easily be killed. And that's what fans were infuriated of the most, really. And like I said before, Godzilla fans would be like, whoever wrote this film has never seen whoever wrote or directed the film has never seen a Godzilla film. I mean, Roland Emmerich, he did see Godzilla, but before, like I said before,
Yeah.
Godzilla 98, but like I said before, Roland Emmerich didn't like the original Godzilla films. Not even the original film from 1954. So basically, the film was just basically slapped up just for marquee value. He was only interested in the name and not the actual character and what the character meant. That's basically it. So right here, although we can barely hear right now, you can hear Godzilla's heart beating slowly until his last beat comes across. So right here, they pulled this bullshit right here where, we're supposed to feel sorry, like we're the real monsters for killing him. Right?
Right.
They did that in the original 1954 film. It was all serious in the 1954 film. Even though they do cheer for it. Here, they cheer for it. They fucking cheer for it.
Are you kidding?
Yes, look, you can hear it right now. Right here. Oh, man. Back to the original 1954 film, when Godzilla, and I'm going to have a spoiler alert for you, when Godzilla dies at the very end in Godzilla 1954, yes, the people do cheer for it, but they're not too celebrative over the death of Godzilla because they also lost Dr. Zarazawa in the original, who sacrificed himself to kill Godzilla. And everything was serious. There was I don't know. All this right here, it just turns this movie. Because here's the thing, I love Godzilla 1954. It's one of my all-time favorite films I've ever seen, actually. And to just see it being tarnished this way drives me fucking crazy. To my opinion, this film doesn't do shit for the source material. It doesn't. It is a complete mess and a disgrace to the original. I'm serious. And you know something? What's iconic? Because remember how I said before that it was actually Maria Patillo's only feature film that she starred in, like legit, despite those like cameos and supporting roles in past films. Here's what's iconic about her that made her to retire. Listen. How ironic, and she couldn't even deliver a perfect smile right there. How ironic is that, though? That she said that line, ultimately the lines that led to her quitting acting by 2008. Because after this film, she barely appeared in any other sources of media. She only had 3 appearances in television and only 3 minor appearances in films. That's about it. What's the au revoir, right?
Yeah.
Au revoir. Yeah, say au revoir to this shitty movie. I'm serious. This movie's so bad. And then,
Is that a phone booth?
yeah, it's a phone booth. This is 1998. Of course, you had phone booths back in the day.
It's cell phones too.
Yeah, and cell phones. My God.
Is it over?
It's over. Yeah, just this last sequence. Now, right here, they were trying to. A bunch of burning basketballs there. But basically, at the very end of the film, you think that that the Zilla eggs were destroyed, right? But only one egg survives in this film, leading it up to create a sequel, which never even happened. Although, of course, there was Godzilla the series, which continued the story, and was actually very popular. It was actually surprisingly popular, the animated series.
Really?
Yeah. You wanna know why? It had everything that Godzilla meant to be. Sure, it may have the shitty look and everything, but all the other characteristics were incorporated. And that's exactly how this film ended. And this is a song by Puff Daddy and also Jimmy Page, one of the most shocking musical collaborations ever. I forgot what the name of the song was.
Cashmere.
What? Cashmere. That's what it was. Cashmere. That was Led Zeppelin, though.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, that was Led Zeppelin, but this is like a rendition of Cashmere.
This movie sucks!
Okay.
Okay, the credits are rolling. I'm awake.
Wait. Our thoughts right now.
That's what I'm saying. You want to start or you want me to start?
I'm going to start with you, but hold on. Yeah, go ahead, start.
Well, YouTube, you watched me while I was half asleep. But I did watch the whole thing, so don't think I was asleep the whole time. Because I actually saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I've never been so thoroughly entertained. Sarcasm.
Thoroughly bored is what
I was so bored by this movie. Everything from the cast to the story arc with Audrey
and Nick Totopoulos.
And Nick and what? I wanted.
Well, they had a similar love story in the original Godzilla, except only that one was way better.
Yes, I guarantee you, if I did not get up and do what I had to do,
you would have suffered more.
I would have actually fallen asleep. This was so boring and so disgustingly awful
and disrespectful of its source material.
And I literally.
I'm going to say that for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have never been this bored in a movie for a very long time, but I can tell you this: it started off so like okay, I'm getting into it, and then for like 2 hours and like
after
40 minutes, we're like they immediately went downhill.
It's a downhill slope from that point on.
I want. Why is the credits rolling? Like that's how bad this is. Like the credits are like I guarantee you the people who are watch this in the movie theaters are like, what is that? Like they're probably
or even the Godzilla fans.
You can tell how much I care right now.
Yeah.
Because like it was just so not good.
It's just so dull. It's so dull throughout. Dull throughout.
There was no depth, and Godzilla is supposed to be this crazy, awesome character who
many people know of.
Yeah. This rendition of Godzilla, my first ever rendition of Godzilla I've ever seen.
It's a bad for you now because this is your first Godzilla, quote unquote Godzilla film that you've ever seen. This is your bad start, really. That was a bad start for you. It was my bad start too when I was younger.
I can't believe it. I kind of can't believe I was even awake through the whole thing. I really was. I know you're like, come on, wake up. But I was like, no, it's just I actually was awake the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know you were joking around. That's why.
If I'm going to give this movie a rating, you all know me. I'm a very high movie rater. The movies I love, I give high ratings to because to me they are very important and very well put together films. This movie is one of the shittiest pieces of art I think it's art that is shitty. And when I said
it's art that's shit.
When
it's just complete shit.
When I said the diarrhea reference, I was not even kidding. I'm gonna give this movie a 1 out of 10. Yes, you heard me right. A 1 out of 10. Suck it. Go ahead, Luigi.
Okay, so
Take it
basically,
away.
as I said before in the beginning, I used to like this film when I was younger, but that was when I barely even knew what the monster was about, what Godzilla was about. Upon watching the original Godzilla films from Japan, upon watching the original Godzilla films that Japan has made,
yes,
that's why I saw the truth, and I saw the truth in those films, and I could see the lie in this one. To this day, today, the film is just so shit. If there's anything that I have to criticize the film for, it's for its depth, it's for its pacing, which fills in so badly in all the other scenes, especially in the dialogue scenes. And the humor is just atrocious, really. The humor is atrocious. The humor throughout this film is atrocious, that it's not even funny.
Yeah, this is like not even...
It's not even creative. The humor's not creative.
Oh, man.
And the characters, they're your stock, and the characters, they're your average, generic, uninspired shitheads. Seriously. They're very generic and two-dimensional. They're literally the exact same characters that we've seen in other films. We've seen these type of characters before. Hell, in other Roland Emmerich films. The writing is shit. Roland Emmerich, of course, does a shitty job of directing. And honestly, like, I hate his direction in the film. The fact that he's made mainly shitty films back in the day, and this is one of them, except this is his all-time shitty film. If there's one other film that I would watch from this guy, it would definitely be Independence Day all the way.
Yes.
Maybe even The Patriot. But the rest of his films that he's made are, including this one, are complete fucking shit.
Yeah, that's a 32% on...
32% on IMDb. Not IMDb, but...
Metacritic.
On Metacritic, yeah.
It has a 5 out of 10 on... 5 out of 10.
5.3 on IMDb.
On IMDb.
And you know what makes it really bad? The producer of the original Godzilla series actually died a month before this film went into production. And you know what's so fucked up?
What?
The film is actually dedicated to him. I'm not shitting you. I don't know if it appears in the credits, unless we missed it.
I don't.
But I'm serious right now. I saw it in the IMDb trivias too. That's where I learned. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. How should this film, as shitty as it is, and as disrespectful to the source material that it is, be dedicated to someone who actually originally created the character and would not? God.
I kind of can't wait to end this commentary.
Can't wait to end it too.
So you want to end it?
Not yet. We have a few minutes of the credits because I'm trying to see if there's any other.
You'll see how much I care. I said Godzilla, like...
It's just that I have a feeling it was like something else, you know.
I
And
don't even know what to say about it.
especially the characters. The actors, Matthew Broderick in the film, just doesn't make sense. You know, they put Matthew Broderick in this film. Okay, what's he do? He goes out into Chernobyl studying the effects of radiation on earthworms, and then goes out fucking trying to study Godzilla before I'm eventually getting into his crosshairs. Let's see if the song that we hear at the beginning is here. Fuck, I fucking forgot.
That's alright.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
yeah, and like I said before, Maria Pitillo in the film, she does such a shitty job in that film. I can tell why that her career had went into a downhill spiral from that point on. Because she was barely into the acting industry. I can tell.
I have no other comments.
No, right here. In memory of Tomoyuki Tanaka, the original person who made the Godzilla films from Japan.
Wow.
That's another fucking blow. I'm serious. It's so fucking shit. Oh fucking god.
Wow.
I know. Fuck this movie. And okay,
I-
we're officially gonna end it right here.
Yes. So for those of you who have sat along with us for the past like 2.5, almost 3 hours.
2.5 hours almost.
Yeah, you guys are incredible people.
Yeah.
I give you guys so much credit for putting up with us. But enjoying us rant about a barely bad movie. So, anyways, we're gonna take a little break. Thank you so much for watching this movie commentary with us. And if you like what you see here, us talking crap about any bad movie, you know, whatever.
Give us recommendations. We'll definitely take it.
Jump in the comment section below.
Yeah, we'll definitely take it.
And let us know if there's any other bad movies you want us to do. We have another one coming up later today, but we're gonna but there's many other movie commentaries we're gonna do. For instance, what we were gonna do the other day, but time slipped. That like one thing led to another, and then we just didn't do it. Look for coming up the Predator movie commentary. And I don't know when it will be, but because that trailer came out, we're going to see if we can put that out. And Deadpool 2 comes out this week, so maybe not this week, but we're going to put our Deadpool movie commentary up soon. So I want to thank Luigi for joining me on this wonderful movie.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I forgive me if I fell asleep during
It's okay. Don't
But
worry.
it's true.
I do understand. What you
It
mean.
was pretty bad.
It's just pure shit. You could even tell from the main menu that we're watching right now.
The main menu is just as bad, too.
Yeah, it's just as bad because you could tell already.
Anyways, we've gone on and on for 2.5 hours about how bad this movie is. Thank you so much for watching this movie commentary, you guys. You guys are amazing. Just jump in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on this movie and any other bad, even good movies that you want to share. Just sound off in the comment section below. Love to talk to you guys. But for all of your movie commentaries, keep locked on the Super Review Show. J-Man, off to sleep. We'll see you guys later.
I'd be off to sleep too.